Show contributor Rory Albanese. And Nightly Show contributor Franchesca Ramsey. And you can see him in the spring premiere episode of Empire Death Will Have Its Day. On Wednesday, March 30th at 9 p.m. on Fox, actor Jussie Smollett, everybody. And for everyone at home, join our conversation right now on Twitter at Nightly Show using the hashtag #Tonightly. Okay, so we've been talking about Trump this week, and I'm talking about him. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing I wanted to cover. So the media has been extremely Trump-heavy in their coverage of this election. I mean, he's gotten more airtime, this is true, than the entire Democratic field, and 3 times more attention than Rubio and Cruz, okay? So, do we think Trump is the creation of the media? Is he the creation of media, or is he just exploiting it?
Ooh, I think he's just exploiting it.
Hell yeah.
He's good at it, though. I have to remind you that he had a very mediocre television show.
How dare you, Franchesca?
Listen, it was full of D-list celebrities, and it was ratings.
D-list?
Gary Busey. Hello?
Hello, national treasure Gary Busey.
I think, though, at the same time, though, what we have to realize is that, yes, he's manipulating the media, but the media is letting him for ratings. You know what I'm saying? I think that we can all agree with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and we've come into, we're in this world right now where we're stuck with this reality TV world, but reality TV is fun, but not when we're talking about the presidency of the United States. I'm sorry. That's not what we're talking about.
Wait, it's funny that you said that, because here's a quote from Les Moonves. He's the head of CBS now. He says, he's talking about the coverage of Trump. He says, but you know, it may not be good for America, but it's damn good for CBS. That's all I got to say. He's admitting it's a horrible thing. So, are we, is the media
at least the brother is admitting it. Because all the other people are like, well, they know that it's the truth. It's the truth. It's horrible to say, but it's the truth.
But I feel like the media's like in an abusive relationship with Trump. You know, it's like,
No.
it's all right,
No,
baby, I'm not going
to say that they're in
I'm
an
going to give
abusive
you good
relationship with
ratings.
Trump would be to say that they are being abused and they are not victims. The media is not victims and Trump is not a victim. So for that, they're not in an abusive relationship.
But America is the victim.
We are the victim, of course. Or we're going to be if we continue to be like, Trump, Trump, until we're like, holy that's Trump and he's in the freaking White House.
Well, we've been saying that, right?
Well, first of all, let me just say this, because I think through some sort of media conglomerate, Les Moonves is our boss. I think what you said is great, Les. Good call, Mr. Moonves. But I think the thing that's odd to me about this is why we're all so surprised. I'm surprised we're so surprised that this is the guy. Like, our leaders are a reflection of our society. This is our society. We prioritize fame. We prioritize, like, capitalism, greed, all the Trump stands for, and now we have him coming like, this is on us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with that. But there are different types of prioritizing of fame and wealth and things like that. Are we also a nation that supposedly prioritizes racism and bigotry and building walls?
That's what built this country.
Yes, right. So that's really what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with you, but I'm saying, are we a nation that supposedly does that? No, but historically speaking, are we an extremely racist
That's
nation?
what we need to be talking about.
Yes, we are.
That's what we need to be talking about.
But
Because to me, it's not about the money. Listen, politics is about money. At the end of the day, that's what their job is to do. Their job is to raise funds for their campaign, which is absolute bull to begin with anyway. But the point is, though, is that their job is to raise money. We're talking about more than money. There's nothing wrong with money. What's wrong with that is what's wrong with that is when money is then attached to hate. And to me, Trump is the mogul of hate.
But here's the thing, Jussie. Trump isn't raising money, and he's not spending money. This is what I mean. The media is his campaign partner in this.
Like, I agree, the media is exploiting him.
I wouldn't say they're exploiting him.
I think they are exploiting him because we're doing it right now. Like, this is a money-making industry. Talking about Trump, we're doing a show about it right now, right? So it's like keeping it on.
But we were doing shows before Trump was here. We'll do shows after.
But CNN was doing shows before Trump too. I'm saying right now, the way the media is run and it's broken, the whole CNN, MSNBC system is the same on the entertainment rating system. They just want ratings. So Trump is the way to get ratings. So it makes sense that they're going to be talking about him 24/7.
No, I understand that, but it's not that clean because he's running for president. Right. It's not like he's just saying this crazy in his living room.
Yeah, but
and some camera showed up. You gotta watch this. Yeah. I mean, he's saying some crazy. But you know, it's like, who is this guy? Thank you, CNN. I never would have known about this guy. But I'm gonna vote for him for president.
But I'll give you an example. Like, I was at the Daily Show for a long time when Bush became president. 8 years of Bush at a comedy show. but people were buying summer houses on that guy. You know what I mean? So, like, there's a part of it that's like, all right, 8 years of Trump, like, I'm getting a jet ski. You know, like, it's like, we're all, like, you know, there is a feeding frenzy around the clown, and he is the clown with tiny hands. We know that, you know, but...
We do know that.
There's a feeding frenzy.
Yeah. Do you think the media plays favorites?
What are we talking about? What?
Do you think the media plays favorites? Outside of getting ratings, do you think they actually play favorites in their coverage?
Sure, I think they do, and I think that's the terrible thing about the media, especially in this day and age, is that, I'm sorry, I'm an absolute 1,000% liberal, but I shouldn't even be looking at any network and looking at a journalist and seeing that they are obviously liberal or conservative. I actually, as a journalist, I should be looking at journalism and I should be looking at news channels as only the truth, because there's always three sides to the story. There's your side, my side, and the truth. If anything, news organizations are supposed to be only reporting the truth and the facts, and we're supposed to make our decisions.
Yeah. It really does feel like a reality show.
Yeah.
I mean, the GOP is like an episode of The Bachelor at this point. Ben Carson is the black girl that never had a chance.
Goodbye. I have to go. Farewell.
Honestly,
Farewell.
and Donald Trump is the unhinged drama queen who doesn't even like The Bachelor and just wants screen time and her own spinoff.
Wow.
And that's why it's getting so much attention.
So sad.
It's the exact same thing.
That's what we've been reduced to. All right.